So this is a response to Gavtassimos on YouTube. Commented on the fact that he trades 2-minute time frames scalping the euro now, and wanted to incorporate 2B reversals into it and how I would look at it. Well, I've got a few. There's a few. By the looks of it, there's a few examples on this chart cable, and I've chosen this 5-minute. I don't trade the 2-minute, so it's either the 1-minute or the 5-minute. But all of these reversals can be viewed as 2B reversals, potentially on the current time frame with more candles, or the lower time frame if you've got less candles. But with 3-candle reversal, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, close and break, or break and close, that's the long reversal there. So, in answer to your question, it's about looking on the higher time frame. Supposedly you're looking at a 1-minute 2B on here. Go to the higher time frame, so from 2-minute I suppose it would be 5-minute, or possibly 10-minute, I think, on some charts that have O&A, I think, have 2-minute charts, don't they, and 10 minutes. If you use this indicator as well, which I highly recommend, then you've already got confirmation on 2 occasions on this particular chart that it's going to go long. So that's how I would validate the 2B. So if we do go down the lower time frame now, you can see actual 2B I'm talking about. But you haven't got an awful lot of information on the indicator, and there's not a huge amount of information at the moment on the charts, because these are all inside bars on this 2B. Here's the swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, the lower low. This would be where you put your level that Sporandio says needs to be broken through. That then creates the trigger bar. I suppose that's the poke bar, that's the trigger, I never can tell. Well, that's the trigger and that's the poke. It's got to be one or the other, I suppose. So you can see that's lower there if I move my vertical line. So he now says when the price breaks up above that level, above this level. No, it is above this level, I do apologise. Swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, break above the poke bar, the trigger bar, whatever, goes through the level that you've drawn on the low of swing 1, before the pullback and then before the continuation. That level there is the level you should wait for a close above to go long. So to be safe, you've got no, this is, I haven't cherry picked this example, it's just an example of a 2B as I see them. You don't count the candles, you just look at the swings. Okay, and clearly this swing will swing 1, swing 2, swing 3. And then you've got the swing up, break of resistance, pull back to test resistance as support, and continuation. But I would wait for the 5-minute to do its stuff, and you know, if you're trading the 5-minute, wait for the 15-minute to do its candlestick reversal, and that's, in my opinion, the safest way to trade it. You also see that probably when we go to the 5-minute here again, if we move this over, that in fact your 1-minute and 5-minute will probably have done their stuff, i.e. broken up through the 20 level there, which is the trigger to go long on the RSI histo. Probably fine, they've done it at the exact same time, and lo and behold, that's the level I would have used on the 5-minute to consider going long. Notice that candle has come back and tested that resistance once broken as support. There's the high, the lower high, the lower low, and it fails to make a new low, so then it goes low, high, higher low, higher high, and break and close, and then there's the continuation. a nice 15 pip move. You could have taken your profit at the first resistance there. That would have been swing 1 on the 1 minute 2B reversal. So we have got another one down here as well. That's swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, or low, high, high, low, high, high. Fails to make a new low, low, high, high, low, high, high, and close. I don't think it quite closed above that with that candle. So we'll treat this as a pullback, and I'm not going to look into the guts of that. And then that's the continuation. As you can see, it absolutely flew. Again, with the break of the 20 level on the RSI. Look on the insides of that on the M1. It's not the clearest 2B in the world, but swing 1, swing 2, swing 3. That's the low of swing 1 before the pullback north, swing 2, then the breakdown, swing 3. The candle that broke the low of that swing 1, that green line there, is that little red one there hiding behind us. So a break of that, a close above that. Sporandy only goes for the break. I prefer to see a close. Is that candle there? Then the price just continues up. It's only about 3 or 4 pips, I should think, at that time of day. But then we move back to the 5 minute. Notice we've also got our break of the 20 line here as well on the RSI, so I thoroughly recommend you put that on your charts. I'm digressing a bit, but I reckon you could even drop my candlestick analysis and just trade this RSI and the moving averages or the 2B reversals. This thing is so powerful, but you know, I'm at 1000% in love with my candlestick reversal, but this thing is becoming extremely interesting. You know, just plain trend analysis, and then when you've got swing 4, watch this, because they've done the accumulation. Sorry, I'm digressing a bit. On any time frame, and once it breaks out on swing 4, once it breaks, does its stuff, i.e. the bust up, pull back, and then break and close. It's just so powerful, this RSI. Anyway, back to this 2B reversal. That was the trigger to go long about there. The close of that candle there was the trigger. This was just trade the break of the high of that once you've got your signal. Excuse me. As I've just said, we probably were before the 5 minute close on that 1 minute chart, so wait for the 5 minute close. It's done the reversal, which is 100% with my rules, and then pullback entry. Always wait for the pullback. Drop down to the 1 minute if you're on a 5 minute chart. Let the 1 minute do its pullback, as long as it's not gone out of synchronization with the higher time frame, i.e. the 5 minute. Then it pulls back again, confirms up again, and off you go. That's the surest way of getting into a trade. There is a 2B over here. I think I've done enough on that, so hopefully that answers your questions. 2B reversals, yep. Use the histogram if you can, or alternatively put the RSI on your charts if you can't get this on O&A's charts or whatever it is. It's not MetaTrader, because we don't have 2 minute charts on MetaTrader without using offline charts, which you may or may not be using, of course. And yeah, so if you're on a 2B like this one, I will actually look at that while we're here. Go to the higher time frame. There's the 2B, there's swing 1, 2, and finally the low is 3. I mean, you've got a bit of a mess going on here, but it's always the last bit of the trend that is the important bit. And then that's why I use my candlestick highs on the higher time frames to actually view these scruffy ones, if you like, because all you have to, you know categorically the higher time frame, that high there, that high there, that high there become the important levels. That irons out, smooths out those tricky little green candles you had in that push down. And let's have a look at this. So you've got your low, your high, your high, your low, your lower high, lower low, fails to break lower, then you do the song back up, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and close. And then this one has reversed, which is just qualified what I said. You go on the lower time frames. So that's an interesting point. I was going to make a video about this on its own, so I'm waffling again and gone off track. But these reversals don't automatically guarantee the direction of the trade. The lower time frames, that's why I always say watch for the pullback, because this now has it confirmed up to the long side with that green close. Then we wait for the pullback and we drop to the lower time frames and watch what's happening. Now this has actually low, high, high, low, high, high. This is engulf confirmed back. So this didn't fail, it just didn't keep pulling back and confirming in the right direction for us to enter on the lower time frames. So I have digressed about the 2B. I do apologise about that, but I don't want this video to go on too long, so I'm going to close it now and consider what sort of video I'm going to make next. But hopefully that's covered your questions. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.